Good morning. We're going to cover today how to edit our celebrity paper. So the first thing you want to do is write a 1 here, a 1 here, and then a 2 next to grammar, a 2 next to spelling, and then a 3 next to where it says thick feedback on the bottom. We're going to combine editing and revision into one step. The first thing I want to do is I want to give myself over here a minus, a check, and a plus. And over here, I'm going to write a minus, a check, and a plus. So the first thing I'm going to do before I work with anyone is I'm going to spend about 4 to 5 minutes to read my paper and really evaluate. Am I minus means I need a lot of work, a check is I'm in the middle, and a plus means that part looks perfect to me. So for example, if I had a quotation marks, and maybe this doesn't even apply, I go, oh, this part doesn't even apply to my section, I would put NA because I never actually had to use quotation marks. So I make sure I check my periods. I need a little work here. I might want to check this before I have someone come and read my paper. Oh, I look here. I really did a good job here. Actually, I did a great job, I would say. And then I go through my grammar, and I go through all the way to spelling, give myself comments. Once I'm done in class, I want to find 3 other people, and I just do one at a time, who are going to check my paper for me. The first thing I want to do is I would share my paper, and if someone asks me and I'm not busy, the answer is, yeah, I'll check your paper, you check mine. So the first person is going to read my short paper to a celeb, and they're going to first look only at punctuation and capital letters. That's all I want them to look at. All right? They're going to read through my paper, and they're going to come over here, and it says pure edit. And they said, I read the author's piece, I read aloud to see the stop and pause for periods, question marks, exclamation marks, and commas. And they give me a check. No matter what, they must give me a comment. So they're going to write here, possibly, you need to check paragraph 2, lots of missing commas. Let's say the other person, they were looking at capital letters and they said, hey, you did awesome. They still have to acknowledge that they've read it. They'd say, it was great. Right? So they look here. The next person is going to look at grammar and spelling. If I go back, grammar and spelling, and they're going to slide across and they're going to give feedback here. Sentences are complete thought, contain a noun and a verb. Well, we know we have the fragment notes, so I could go reference that at any point in time if I needed to, except I wasn't sure. And I could say, paragraph 1, to fragment sentences. I don't need to mark everything for them. I could show them where they were, or just point out that they have 2 in that paragraph. Spelling. Excellent. Now the next one is super important, and only one person is going to do this. It says 1 thick feedback comment from your partner. This is just one person. They'll read my paper, they could share them, and then they'll give me thick feedback. Remember, we've done this many times. In paragraph 1, can you tell me more about, maybe it would be more about a connection I've made. That would be in paragraph 2. Can I move something around? The idea is I'm trying to add something that's either most likely to paragraph 1, 2, or 4. All right? And then they'd have the comment here, and then they'd say, who's the person who gave me that thick feedback? And then when you're done, if you have time, I would run it through Grammarly one last time for a quick check, or any of the other editing apps we've looked at in class. Again, you want to try and get 3 people. I would share my paper with them. One person is going to look at punctuation and capitals. The other one's going to look at grammar and spelling. And the other one is going to give you just thick feedback. If you have any questions, ask your neighbor. All right, this is going to be pretty easy to do and get done in class if we are using our time wisely.